righty, here we go. Oh, these damn tariffs. Will it be good? Will it be bad? Will Trump actually get rid of income tax? Find out next time on Mega Ball Z. So, through my scrollings on Twitter and stuff, I know that Trump has implemented tariffs and Canada has responded with tariffs on us. Now, let's check this out and see exactly what is going on here. Hopefully they give us enough info. Am I concerned? Kind of. I'm not specifically concerned for myself because I've always been frugal. Always. I'm not gaudy. I'm a t-shirt and jeans wearing dude. I don't buy a lot of expensive food. I don't go out to eat a lot. I don't wear gaudy jewelry, gaudy clothes. I don't drive a gaudy car or have a mansion and all this upkeep, and I'm just not like that. But as a whole, for Americans, I'm slightly concerned. But I do believe that Trump did say that there could be some disruption in the economy until things truly get underway and settle with these tariffs. So he did say there would be some disruption. Told us the truth. So let's see what happens, because the fact of the matter is this. I told you guys before, I don't care if certain prices go up if he can keep more money in our pocket. That makes sure that our bottom line says that we're keeping more of our money, period. You get what I'm saying? You understand? So at the end of the year, as long as every American has more money in their pocket than they would normally have, plus the country's safer and healthier and protected, I'm fine with that. All right? And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
New tariffs set to kick in on 3 major U.S. trading partners. The White House says President Trump will pass a new 25% tariff on goods from Mexico and Canada, along with a 10% tariff on products from China.
These are promises made and promises kept by the president.
Together, all 3 countries account for about $1.6 trillion worth of business with the U.S. each year. Trump says the tariffs are punishment for the flow of drugs and migrants into the United States.
Donald Trump told everybody on the campaign trail he's going to use every tool available to secure this nation, and this is a part of it.
He did.
Trump says the U.S.'s existing trade agreements are lopsided in other countries' favor, even though he negotiated the current U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement, which took the place of NAFTA in 2020. Canada is by far our
Another different tie. Was that red and black?
biggest supplier of crude oil. Trump says he wants to produce more domestically.
You don't need the products that they have. We have all the oil you need.
It remains to be seen exactly how the strategy will play out, particularly for consumers. Critics say the tariffs will drive up prices and could ignite a trade war, hinted at by Canada's Prime Minister on Friday.
Sounds like we're already getting into one.
If tariffs are implemented against Canada, we will respond. We won't relent until...
Who's this dude on the left? He looked like... Yo, look at the stare on his face. Hold on, let's see.
Tariffs are removed, and of course...
The stare on his face. He looked you in the eye. And he said to you, "You will do what I tell you. Think of your family." He looked like he'd get it done. I don't know who he is.
And Trump may not be finished.
That's a stern look.
When asked if he plans to impose tariffs on the European Union, Trump replied, quote, "Absolutely." Traveling with the president in West Palm Beach, Florida, Lucas Tomlinson, by Canada's Prime Minister on Friday.
If tariffs are implemented against Canada, we will respond. We won't relent until tariffs are removed, and of course, everything is on the table.
And Trump may not be finished. When asked if he plans to impose tariffs on the European Union, Trump replied, quote, absolutely. Traveling with the president in West Palm Beach, Florida.
I don't think he wants to get into a trade war with Trump. We'll see what happens.
Lucas Tomlinson, Fox News.
And our thanks to Lucas Tomlinson for that report. We also wanted to share a social media post that President Trump shared on True Social just this morning talking about tariffs, saying, quote, the tariff lobby headed by the globalist and always wrong Wall Street Journal is working to justify countries like Canada, Mexico, China, and too many others to name continue the decades-long ripoff of America, both with regard to trade, crime, and poisonous drugs that are allowed to so freely flow into America. Those days are over. The USA has...
It is interesting, the fact that you've let criminals and drugs and these things flow into our country. Now we're going to make you pay for that. Interesting.
Major deficits with Canada, Mexico, and China, and almost all countries owes $36 trillion, and we're not going to be this stupid country any longer. Make your product in the USA, and there are no tariffs. Why should the United States lose trillions of dollars in subsidizing other countries? And why should these other countries pay a small fraction of the cost of what USA citizens pay for drugs and pharmaceuticals, as an example? This will be the golden age of America. Will there be some pain? Yes, maybe, and maybe not. But we will make America great again, and it will all be worth the price that must be paid. We are a country that is now being run with common sense, and the results will be spectacular. And President Trump not limiting
I hope so,
himself
sir.
just to this one social media post. In fact, he continued earlier this morning sharing this as well. Quote, we pay hundreds of billions of dollars to subsidize Canada. Why? There is no reason. We don't need anything they have. We have unlimited energy, should make our own cars, and have more lumber than we can ever use. Without this massive subsidy, Canada ceases to exist as a viable country.
So why do we subsidize them? Some economists speak up. Somebody tell me why. That's interesting. See, another reason why I'm not concerned about whether things are going to cost a little more, maybe a lot more, is I've been poor before. For those of you that have been poorer than you get money, it's like you're totally prepared for if things get bad again. Like, I know how to be poor. I know how to just eat rice and tuna. You know what I'm saying? If I had to, and some broccoli, rice, beans, all the things that give you, what you need, your starches, your proteins, as long as they're organic, make sure they don't have no additives in them, you know what I'm saying? I know how to get the cheaper meats, boil them down pretty good, make them extra tender if they're not the most tender, steaks, or you just get yourself some ground beef, you know what I'm saying? Organic ground beef or organic mixed vegetables. There's a lot of cheap stuff out there that you can get. And I'm the type of dude that'll make a pot of soup and eat it for 2.5 weeks. I'm like that. I will, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can survive, you know what I'm saying? And feel damn good about it and not know that everyone else is struggling because I eat so cheap. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's how I am. Scarlo's the one that would have to adjust. She's the one, Miss Foodie, gotta have these different elaborate dishes. You know what I'm saying? Not me. Okay. I'll grab a bag of apples and eat 4 or 5 of them and be full. I'm like that. That's called a mono meal. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad I'm a very simplistic monk in the woods, throwing kamehamehas on the beach type of just sit down, you know what I mean? Catch a fish, grill it over an open fire, simplistic, just cheap living type of man. I'm glad I'm like that.
But true. Therefore, Canada should become our cherished 51st state. Much lower taxes and far better military protection for the people of Canada.
I think they're too big to be a state. I think they should split into multiple ones. But that'd be crazy. That'd be our biggest state. It's nuts. It's nuts.
And no tariffs. This is a major issue that we are going to continue to follow, as it is now a wait and see to see just what impact these tariffs against Mexico, Canada, and China will have. Now,
I thought there was a joke about making them our, he was throwing that out there. Hey, you know what I mean? That got our 51st state and you want that. Like, you know what I mean? I thought it was kind of like a joke, kind of like, well, look, just get in line, work with us, you know what I mean? Type of thing. But it's not. He's serious.
Is concerned that the tariffs, if sustained, could cause inflation to significantly worsen, threatening, the issue of lower prices of groceries, gasoline, housing, and also potentially causing the global.
Every time, look, sometimes when I'm on my way home, I'll ask Carlos to cook something for me, so I got it ready for me when I get home. I'm going to start sending her text messages with that look on my face. It's always going to be a text message and a picture of me like that, with the Donald Trump scowl, the Donald Trump glare. That's what I'm going to call it, the Donald Trump glare, so that she gets it done.
Economy to change. President Trump, as he shared, saying that there might be an impact and there might not be, but saying this has to be done. President Trump declaring an economic emergency in order to place duties of 10% on all imports from China and 25% on imports from Mexico and Canada. Energy imported from Canada, including oil, natural gas, and electricity, would be taxed at a 10% rate. President Trump's order includes a mechanism to escalate the rates charged by the U.S. against retaliation by the other countries, raising concern by some about an even more economic disruption.
Well, what do you think, y'all? I'm personally not concerned yet, but I've been, you know what I mean? My feelers are out there. I'm like looking for stuff. Like I'm actually the type of person, because I buy a lot of the same things all the time. I don't really look at prices anymore. I know what food I get. Like, you know what I mean? I eat this brand of sardines. I'll go get their 6-pack. I always get my celery from this grocery store along with cucumbers and apples. And then, I don't look at the prices, because even if the price were to irritate me, I'm still going to get them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, there's just certain things that's just like, okay, well, where else am I going to get it from? You know? There's this one store that I go to that's organic. I refuse to buy grapes from them, though, because their grapes are always way more expensive. Like, I'll go to, if any of you are familiar with ShopRite, because I know y'all got Food Lion. I didn't know what the hell Food Lion was. I thought it was some knockoff grocery store. I ran into Food Lion, I think, when I first went down south. But we got ShopRites around here. And ShopRites tend to have a lot of the best sales. So does, of course, Walmart. Walmart has, I don't eat anything that's not organic. You know what I mean? Only when I'm cheating, of course, but I pretty much stopped cheating on my diets now, because the older you get, it's harder to keep the weight off when you cheat. So, like, everything's organic, and you can get a lot of organic produce and stuff cheap. So, I was going somewhere else with that, but I lost track. Anyway, post comments down below. Let me know what you think. Are you worried? Are you not worried? Are you like me? You grew up poor. You still live like you're poor. So it's really no concern. Well, let me know what you think. 10 million subscribers. Woo!